What's up, you guys? Rant roller on the trail. All right. Anybody out there play disc golf? I never even heard of the sport until I came to the mountains up here. This is what you throw your disc into. It's like golf, except you throw disc instead of hitting golf balls. Kind of cool. I might get into it this summer. Just showing you guys a little trail near me. That I'm out here on the NCM electric fat bike, 26-inch tires, 4 inches wide. This is a Walmart seat because the original seat looked better on the bike, was slimmer, sleeker, and harsher. All right, you wouldn't want to ride no more than an hour on that thing, in all reality. Put some lights on the front. These are daytime running lights. I'll show you guys the rear. Just to keep me safe out here when I get around these cars. I actually have to charge them too. I had to charge them when I get back to the house. I haven't charged them since I opened them up. So yeah, the bike works well. The only thing that is a little off-putting sometimes is the wheelbase is kind of short, and it just gets a little getting used to with the battery changing the center of gravity. If you're coming off a normal bike onto an e-bike, the battery kind of changed the center of gravity a little bit. So if you got any speed going around turns, that's where it's going to feel the most different from a normal bike. Can you ride this bike without the pedal assist and without the throttle? Yes, you can. I will say this though, that's where you're going to get your workout, because this bike is 66 pounds stock. I added a seat that probably added another pound or two. So this bike might be right now somewhere around 68 pounds, and you're going to feel all 68 of them when you go to pedal without any electrical assistance. It's like the bike was made for you to use the motor, and it was made for you to use the battery and the pedal assist and the throttle. So don't fool yourself. This is a bike where you can cruise easy trails like this. These are not tight single track technical stuff with jumps. These are just nice easy trails alongside a river. The river is that way. So yeah, back to the bike. Do I recommend it again? Yes, I do. I definitely recommend it for light trail riding and street riding. One other thing I didn't mention. If you live in an apartment building, you're going to carry this up and down steps. You're going to have a little bit of strength or determination, right? Me and my buddies can do it, but we're pretty strong guys in general, just to let you guys know. Especially any smaller guy, female or child you might be buying this for. You might be buying this for a 14-year-old. And if you live on the 5th floor, like Brother Man from Martin, then this is going to be a tough one. You're going to have to turn it backwards and kind of like pull it up the steps, use on the back tire. That's the best way to carry it up 5 flights of steps if you don't have the strength to just throw it on your shoulder, which you may not want to either, because one other issue with this bike is the way they put all the wiring and cabling on the bike. Is hardly anywhere where you can grab underneath the bike significantly to hoist it up. So every time, say like our natural grabbing point would be here to hoist the bike up on your shoulder to go up and down steps with it, right? but you have cabling here, and you don't want to be pulling on that constantly, struggling carrying this almost 70-pound bike up and down steps. So that's just one thing to consider. I am looking around here because we do have wildlife out here, so I gotta watch my six out here. I don't want to be a YouTube story. All right. So yeah, just keep that in mind. People that live in apartment buildings, you know, if you live really past the second floor, be prepared to turn it back, lift the bike up like you wheeling it, and go backwards up the steps. That's my best recommendation. And also the same thing coming down the steps, just slowly on its back wheel, lower it down the steps. What else? Is there anything else? Yeah, this bike is definitely made for you to ride with. There's such a difference between you riding the bike with no assistance and just pedal assistance one. Just pedal assist one will make you feel like the weight disappeared on the bike. That pretty much turns the bike into a normal 35-pound bike. You know, pedal assist 2 turns it into a 25-pound bike. Pedal assist 3 turns it into one of these high-end, you know, Trek monsters or Giant or whoever that's selling $4,000 mountain bikes. It makes it feel like as light as one of those. But of course, you can't do jumps, do all that crazy downhill stuff because you don't have the frame or suspension components. The fork is on the softish end, especially if you weigh over 200 pounds. I tightened it up as much as I could, but I know it's a budget fork on a budget e-bike. This bike was less than $1,200 bucks. It was $1,150. So, you know, they had to save money in certain places, and the fork was probably one of them. The stem, handlebars, etc., cranks, pedals. Those are things you might want to immediately upgrade. I'm thinking about taking this 3-ring front derailleur off and change it into a single ring and put 11 speeds on the back, and that'll shave some weight off the bottom of the bike too. These tires, now I must say this, NCM, these tires look very familiar, and I'm gonna tell you where I remember them from. A Huffy mountain bike I bought for my son a few years back that was $100 in Walmart had these tires on them, and I must say the tires were the best part of the bike. The tires outlasted the bike. All right, so these tires are durable. They're not as forgiving and soft as higher end tires would be on the trail or on the street. So if you want a softer ride, something with more grip, you might want to upgrade these tires. But anyway, I'll try to give you guys as much information as I can as I'm going along. Once again, I do recommend it for light trail riding like this and street riding and commuting. If you're over 6 foot tall, you're gonna feel slightly cramped here, right? I might buy a seat post that rocks back that'll bring me back a little bit, so I'm not so cramped by the seat and handlebar distance. I'm 6'1.5" probably, and I'm a little cramped here as far as the distance between the seat and the handlebars. This is a 19-inch frame, and I wish they would have made a 21-inch version for us taller guys to give us a little bit more room. But this is a one-size-fits-all. Except if you're shorter, like 5'5" and under, this bike might be a little tall for you. You might want to get a complete step-through version of this kind of bike. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Rant Roller out.